Core Values of Osho, Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh. Did you know that Osho was not here to reform spirituality, but to explode it? Do you now begin to see why he disturbed saints, governments, moralists, and seekers alike, yet transformed millions at the deepest psychological level? Osho's life is not the story of a teacher delivering doctrine. It is the story of consciousness dismantling conditioning, social, sexual, spiritual, political, without mercy and without apology. Let us walk this rigorously through his natal chart, external value system, and his Navamsha, internal value system, because Osho represents a rare soul where outer provocation and inner precision were perfectly aligned. External core values, natal chart, D1, how the world experienced Osho. Aquarius, Gemini axis dominance. A revolutionary who spoke in paradoxes. Osho entered the world with a natal signature that could never conform. Externally, people experienced him as someone who challenged religion at its roots, questioned morality, marriage, and repression, used humor, shock, and contradiction as teaching tools, refused seriousness as a spiritual virtue. His external core value was radical and unsettling. Truth must be lived, not worshipped. This is why he mocked scriptures, why he laughed at saints, why he spoke about sex in temples and silence in chaos. Aquarian intelligence does not reform systems, it disrupts them. Gemini expression does not preach, it provokes thought. Osho lived both unapologetically. Sun in Aquarius, natal, external status. Through non-belonging, Osho's external status never came from lineage, tradition, or approval. It came from radical individuality, intellectual rebellion, fearless originality. The world saw him as a heretic, a genius, a danger, a liberator, often all at once. Aquarius Sun natives gain recognition only when they refuse to belong. Osho's authority grew precisely because he stood outside every camp, religious, political, or spiritual. The cost? Exile, controversy, projection, demonization. But Aquarius does not seek comfort, it seeks evolution. Moon in Virgo, emotional precision. Seen by the world, with the moon in Virgo, Osho's emotional presence felt sharp, analytical, almost surgical. People did not feel emotionally coddled around him, they felt exposed. His emotional core value externally was clarity over consolation. He dissected fear, desire, love, jealousy, and devotion, not to soothe, but to reveal. Virgo moon does not nurture illusions, it corrects them. This is why many felt deeply transformed and others deeply threatened. External action, Mars in Gemini. Osho's action was not physical confrontation, it was verbal detonation. Mars in Gemini acts through speech, debate, provocation, intellectual challenge. He attacked ideas, not people. Yet people felt personally attacked because ideas were their identity. He did not fight religions, he fought mental rigidity. External cause, Rahu in Leo, natal. Rahu in Leo made visibility unavoidable. The world pushed Osho into fame, scandal, spectacle, media obsession. Even silence around him became loud. Rahu demanded presence, and presence became controversy. But Rahu in Leo is dangerous when misunderstood, because the crowd confuses illumination with ego. Osho used the spotlight not to glorify himself, but to burn projections. External creation, Venus in Cancer, natal. Despite the rebellion, what Osho created externally was deeply emotional. He created communes, spaces of belonging, emotional safety for the rejected, a sense of home for spiritual outsiders. His softness was often missed because his truth was fierce. But Cancer Venus always builds emotional containers, even when the content is explosive. Internal core values, Navamsha, who Osho was when no one was watching. Now we move inward, where Osho becomes even more uncompromising. Internal status, Moon in Scorpio. Inside, Osho's self-worth came only through total inner transformation. Comfort meant nothing. Intensity meant everything. Internally, his core value was, if it does not transform you, it is false. Scorpio moon lives through psychological death and rebirth. This explains his obsession with awareness, his insistence on facing fear, lust, anger, and death directly, his refusal to offer gradual paths. For Scorpio, truth is never gentle, it is purifying. Internal responsibility, Jupiter in Cancer. Inside, Osho felt deeply responsible for the emotional liberation of humanity. Not moral guidance, not ethical codes, but emotional freedom. Jupiter in Cancer carries the archetype of the cosmic mother teacher, nurturing, protective, yet bound by emotional intelligence. This explains why, He spoke endlessly about love, he emphasized celebration, he insisted spirituality must heal emotional wounds. Yet this placement also brings mood-based wisdom. When the heart closed, silence followed. When the heart opened, discourse flowed. Internal action, Mercury in Virgo, Navamsha. Internally, Osho's action arose only after absolute mental clarity. Mercury in Virgo, Navamsha shows relentless self-analysis, precision in language, no tolerance for vague spirituality. Every word was weighed, every pause intentional. The laughter was spontaneous, the insight was exact. Internal cause, Ketu in Virgo, Navamsha. At the deepest karmic level, Osho was driven by disgust for imperfection of consciousness. Ketu here shows a soul that has done belief, done doctrine, done moralism. What remains is pure awareness. Attachment to systems exhausted him. Detachment liberated him. Internal creation, Venus in Cancer, Navamsha. Internally, Osho valued emotional truth without dependency. Love mattered, attachment did not. Intimacy was sacred, possession was poison. This is why relationships around him were intense, transformative, and often misunderstood. The natal Navamsha alignment. Why Osho could not be tamed. Here is the real revelation. Externally, Osho looked chaotic, rebellious, even dangerous. Internally, he was disciplined, precise, and emotionally responsible. The world saw provocation. Inside lived watchfulness. The world heard contradiction. Inside lived clarity. This is why followers tried to imitate him and failed. Critics attacked him and missed him. Seekers felt shaken rather than comforted. Osho was not here to be followed. He was here to remove the need for following. Final core value. Truth Osho's life teaches us something uncomfortable. Externally, freedom looks like chaos. Internally, freedom demands ruthless awareness. He shocked the world, not to entertain but to awaken. He dismantled morality, not to corrupt but to liberate. He laughed at spirituality, not to mock but to purify it. He did not offer peace. He offered truth first. Do you now understand why Osho still unsettles? Because his work does not promise safety. It demands consciousness. I shall see you in the next core value analysis of another luminary. Meanwhile, take care and be safe.